Boutique Cigar Festival is going to be another quite entertaining event, and it is held this August 12th and the 13th, you guys. I'm going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's in Martinsville, Indiana, so go and check it out. So right now, I'm going to bring on our friend from going to be doing at the Boutique Cigar Festival, so I believe it is all cigar accessories. What's up?
Hi there, Melanie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing very good. Yourself?
I'm doing excellent, excellent. I'm a happy camper. So, so why don't you go ahead and just do a little introduction, tell these fine people about who you are, maybe they don't know, and then I'll ask you some more questions.
Not a problem at all. My name is W.D. Wade. I am the inventor and the owner of the Nubber Cigar Accessories Company. We started manufacturing the Nubber back in 2017, 2018. It was just something I started to do because I'm a woodworker by hobby, and I was trying to find a way to be able to enjoy my cigar while I was out in the wood shop. But it wasn't too long before I realized live ember wood shaving's not a real good mix. So I started trying to find out how do you handle your cigar so you don't have to worry about that. And I saw some of the standard products that were out that had the single pin on them, and I tried and made one of those for myself and quickly found out that no, this ain't gonna work for me because I don't like the idea that the ashes got a 50-50 chance on a roulette wheel of ending up on my tongue. So I just didn't really like that idea too much. So I figured, I could do better. I could do better than this. So I was a member. I'm a member of our local lounge here in the area, Tobacco Cabana, out of Cedar Hill, Texas, and I had made one or two for myself and was trying to improve it. And some of the guys here in the lounge saw it, and they were like, "Dude, we want one." And then it started being a matter of this would be really cool or that would be really cool, to the point where in 2019 we had met Brian Schnock from Schnock Cellars and Cigars. And Brian had seen the product and was like, I know some folks that I really think you need to talk to. And I'm going to be at PCA in Vegas this year, and I really want you to come out, and I'll even give you space at my table.
Whoa, I love to hear that.
We found out later on that that wasn't okay with PCA, which was fine, because honestly, it was making me nuts. I was freaking out. I was like going into spaz mode. And my partners that were going with me up there, they were kind of like that entourage that kind of like acts as a buffer around you while you're walking around places, because they knew that if one more person added into me, I was probably going to explode somewhere. But as it was, Brian actually introduced us to Kurt Van Keppel, who started Cigar Cigar Accessories. And Kurt was kind enough to look at our classic product, which I'll show in just a moment. And then while we were there, Kurt also called us and said, dude, I want you to come over to the booth right away. I've got a couple ladies here that I want to see your other product.
Ladies.
While we were on our way to Vegas, we had developed a prototype for what we call our Ronda product, which is obviously for the Sisters of the Leaf. And I'll show you that one here in just a minute. I was so new to the cigar culture, I had no idea who I was actually meeting aside from Kurt. I had a couple of Cigar products, so I recognized Cigar's name. I don't recognize faces real well in Vegas because it's Vegas. Yeah. I mean, it's enormous. So I go over there, and one of my current business partners is standing with me on the outskirts of a booth, and Kurt's introducing me to this very lovely lady by the name of Berta Brava.
Yeah.
Exactly. and then he introduces me to this very lovely lady by the name of Cynthia Fuente.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm new enough into cigars that I may not recognize faces, but I recognize names pretty well.
Yeah.
My business partner is over here about ready, looking like he's going pale and going to stroke out, because I'm sitting here talking to Cynthia Fuente, and I'm like, I mean, I am in total geek mode the entire time I was there, and just having a blast with it. But between Kurt and Berta and Cynthia, what my current business partners for 2 years have been trying to drag me kicking and screaming down the road to make this a business, Kurt and Cynthia and Berta just said, look, you know what? Whatever you're doing, don't stop, speed it up. Go get the patent filed for and everything, but you need to be doing this. And essentially what it ended up with was for our men's line, we have a cigar-shaped cigar holder, has a magnet in the bottom of it. The nice thing about the magnet is it works great holding your cap for you, so you don't have to put it in your pocket or put it down and drop it somewhere. It's also lovely so that when you're at the golf course, you can put it on the frame of the golf cart instead of in the fertilizer. Or if you're out at the grill, you can put it on the grill so you got both hands for the girl.
Okay.
Which is my personal favorite because I'm a Navy guy, so I'm a little biased on that topic. We made our product so that it has, I'm going to try to get this if you can see it fairly well. It has 2 pins instead of 1.
Got it.
So that it's held stably. And you normally just put it in your cigar within like the last ½ inch or inch, and it will hold your cigar completely stably. And the nice thing is the pins are so small and so sharp, it does minimal damage to your wrapper. We also have had folks literally send us photographs where they use the product and they start enjoying their cigar so much that it gets down to the point, and we've literally got photos on our website where guys will send us pictures where you can see through the mouth of the cigar and see daylight on the other side. Because they've smoked it to the ash on the pins. And I'm like, okay, y'all are taking it just a wee bit too far. I don't mind the recognition. I just don't want you guys hurting yourself. That's why I made this. But we did make it so it looked like a cigar, so it was always going to be conveniently placeable in your travel door, in your pocket, in your locker, at your lounge, whatever. And we found out very quickly that over 95% of our sales, I'm going to move this in here a little bit, over 95% of our sales are requested to be customized.
Okay.
So this one actually has my logo on it. Here's a model that we've done for Operation Cigars for Warriors for this year's 10th anniversary.
Nice.
We're selling these right now, and 50% of all the proceeds go directly to them. It has the Army, Air Force, and Space Force on one side, and it has the Navy, the Marines, and the Coast Guard on the other. And then obviously you've got Operation Cigars for Warriors with their 10th anniversary mantra, Live to Serve, right there on the cap.
Nice.
So we'll have these with us when we're in Indiana next month for the Boutique Cigar Festival, and we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
Later on, we found out that some guys were saying, hey, look, you know what you can do with making labels is wonderful, but I'm a real big fan of this particular cigar. Can you do something if I give you the cigar band? Well, we started doing these.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is one.
That's cool.
So this is the Perdomo. I did a set of these for Pat Jones here in Texas, the Perdomo rep, and Nick Perdomo for their review, and they really did like them, and they're looking at them a little bit more right now. But we're also working with companies like 262 and Ohana on their recent merger and their new products coming out. I've got an order that I'm working for them right now. We're with Neptunecigars out of Florida at this point. We've got some other irons in the fire that we're trying to work with manufacturers, because we do both wholesale orders as well as swag orders. Swag orders are limited to manufacturers specifically because we want the manufacturer to have that ability, because we understand how the manufacturer has to work with the rep, and we want to make sure that we work with those partners, because we want to be strategic and support our local cigar manufacturers, whether they be boutique or premium. So we also have a long-time commitment that we never undercut our retail partners. Anything you see on my website is either right at the minimum that we've been hearing from our retailers on the MSRP or just below. But from going back a little bit, we talked a little bit about one of the men's models or the classic models. We also have several of the what we call our Ronda line, which essentially is a lipstick case using the twist mechanism. You still have the dual pins in it. You also have the magnet in case you want that. We have multiple models of these. Nice little one that we call the red. This one is actually named, this one and another one of the models are actually named after Ash Red from the Leaf and Grain Society.
Nice. Yeah, just Graybeard is
We
right
have
there in the comments.
we have a black lace model. We have a white marble model. We have what we call our bullet models, which come in gold, silver, red, and black. So we have a number of different models that the ladies all seem to like.
So if you're
and for the gym,
you don't want to get this confused because I feel like we could pull it out thinking it's lipstick and it's going to be like.
Yeah, you'll notice the difference. I'm pretty sure. Usually the first joke I hear from any of the ladies that see the product when they look at it, they're like, "You know what? I've had some dates where this would have been really helpful on." And I'm like,
yeah.
Sweetheart, those were never sailors. That's all I'm going to say.
No need for mace whenever you got your lipstick.
There you go. So we've talked a little bit about the models for the sisters of the Leaf. We have various models from our classic line, which look, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do a good job with this, but we have
cool.
a
baseball bat.
Yeah, we have our nub product, which is our shortest and smallest. This one is like pocket size. It's 4 inches in length, like a mini Robusto. We have our classic Robusto size, which is 5 inches. We have our Chief model, which is named in honor of my own father, who did his time as a career Navy veteran before I went into the Navy. So when I started doing this and I saw a torpedo, I'm like, yeah, it's just too easy. I can't pass that up. I got to name one after Dad. We have our baseball bat, which we call the King.
Oh, cool. So why do you have different sizes? If it's
just to open it up for whatever the customer might like.
Okay.
So we've got different sizes depending upon what their personal interest is. If they're a major baseball fan, that's pretty much easy to figure out. A lot of our customers tell us they also go for the different sizes based upon their own hand size.
Okay.
So if they've got really big hands, they tend to go towards the torpedo or the Toro size one instead of like the nub for a Robusto.
All right.
So, and we'll have all of these out at the boutique festival as well. And we just got through launching here in the last month our new product for this year. This is our Lancero. We have another one, which is a Churchill, which is the same length, just a little bit wider in size. But this one, instead of just having the nub tool on one end, we have a draw tool on the bottom side of it as well.
What? Oh, now that I like. Okay, that I can see the length of
Yeah.
it. Okay, that's cool.
So we've got the Lancero. We also introduced a new style of product here in the last month with this. We call these our artisan line, and these are made out of exotic woods. These are this is our Lancero size, and this is our Churchill. So you can see what I was saying earlier about a little bit different in diameter, but they're the same length.
Right.
So you've got the Lancero and the Churchill with the draw tools in them. And then we have what we call our executive model and our director model, which are just the holder itself just in a smaller size and a smaller shape, made out of the exotic woods.
Nice. All right. So tell us a little bit before we run out of time. Let's talk a little bit about the Boutique Cigar Festival. Have you been to the Boutique Cigar?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then I'm excited now. So give me some information about the Boutique Cigar Festival. What was your experience last year, and are you bringing any certain offer this year to, maybe entice more people to come to it?
Well, this is actually my first year being able to attend the festival itself, so we're really, really excited.
Great.
Additionally, while we're there, we're going to have a lot of our product there while we're on site for folks to purchase if they would like. While we're there, we're also going to be doing sales and online orders, so that if we don't have something in stock that you may see and say, hey, look, can I get that, but maybe with an Air Force logo on it, or maybe with my favorite shop's logo on it. Can I get something like that? Yeah, we'll do that in a heartbeat, and we'll be taking orders while we're there at the same time.
Awesome.
While we're there on site, any orders that are going to be placed that aren't actual over-the-table sales, we're going to be knocking 10% off on any orders that are placed while we're there. We will have a healthy selection of our classic line as well as our Ronda and Red line with us. We will also have a healthy selection of the Operation Cigars for Warriors because, as I mentioned earlier, being veterans in my family is multi-generational, and we are really proud to be working with Operation Cigars for Warriors as a synergy partner this year. And that being said, all of our sales this year for these products, 50% of them are going directly to OCFW.
Nice.
We'll also be taking orders on the artisan products as well. And again, if you're wanting to order those, we'll do a 10% off.
So what
we know right now.
And how has the Boutique Cigar Association helped you guys out as probably a small? I mean, you guys are a boutique business in the industry. What do you think?
I think the Boutique Cigar Association is very closely tied to their own mission statement, which mirrors my own in a number of ways, but they are heavily in favor of making sure that the smaller cigar manufacturers that are out there right now, maybe they're not the Perdomo, the Montecristo, the Davidoffs that are out there, but they're going to be given the exact same opportunity as a small business owner at the BCA as they would if they were to go to another festival.
Nice.
And they specifically focus on the boutique groups just to make sure that all of the boutiques are given a level playing field to get the level of promotion that they can develop for themselves, build their own brand, and build their own customer base accordingly. And the idea that it's going to be at such a beautiful venue as Martinsville, Indiana, we couldn't ask for anything better on. You add on top of that the news that just came out here in the last week and a half about the partnership between PCA and BCA going forward, and that makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. You have all of the wonderful Premium Cigar Association members that are out there right now, and you've got these boutique companies that are coming in, and you want to build the customer's palate so that they've got some awareness on both sides of those spectrums. And it just makes real sense to say, if you know about premium, let's introduce you to boutique. If you know about boutique, let's introduce you to a little bit of the premium and build those palates and build that awareness so that the customer has more information, mm-hmm. and the customer has more opportunity,
yeah,
to grow their own passion for the culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm really excited.
We're just really, really excited to be joining with them this year. We've been blessed in a number of ways being able to join the event this year. We've been able to step in as a sponsor, which we're just blown away by the opportunity to do it. And working with Gabby and Kathy and Amar and the rest of the leadership, you couldn't ask for more support. I've probably bothered them a dozen times in the last month because it is our first time. I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. And every time it's like, no, man, That's what we're here for. We want to make sure you've got everything you need. We want to make sure that you've got every opportunity, and we want to work with you and have it be a successful event for you, because it'll be a successful event for the group.
Yeah, absolutely. I love to hear that. Well, that's awesome. So, well, then go ahead and tell us a little bit more about your brand, because you're so,
Not a
I
problem.
know you're super excited about this. I love it. I just want
We are. We are really looking forward to next month's event. So much so, my wife has even gotten to the point where she's like, "Okay, I'm going to start limiting your time in the workshop so that you're actually getting enough sleep." Because I actually do have a day job. I'm a project manager professionally, and this is a separate effort on my timeline, and I just have a blast doing it.
yeah.
But we have just been really blessed. I mean, we've met so many wonderful people in the industry. Some of the ones I mentioned from PCA. We've got David Yancey and Ash Red from Leaf and Grain Society. My local shop, which I mentioned earlier, Tobacco Cabana, has been behind us every step of the way as we've developed the product. We've got other shops here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that have also been working with us. Neptunecigars out in Florida.
Yeah.
We love working with them. They've been carrying our product now for the last year, and
Awesome.
we just absolutely love working with them, and we're so appreciative of their business. And it's just a wonderful, I mean, just a wonderful culture to work in. If you're looking for something that's based around craftsmanship, around strong ethics and strong morals. I don't mean that either on the liberal or the conservative side. I mean that from the standpoint of just people being people.
Yep.
And using common sense, supporting one another, doing what you can for one another. I don't know anybody that I've met in this industry in the last 5 years that if you say, "Hey, look, there's a brother or sister in your lounge and they're going through a rough patch," everyone in the room is going to say, "Okay, what can I do? What can I do to help?"
Mm-hmm.
And those are the types of people that we all benefit and grow from, and we all learn, and we're blessed by them. So I've always been a big believer in, if you can surround yourself with that type of positive energy and positive example, you can't go anywhere but up.
Exactly. Absolutely.
You can't. You just can't.
Yeah. And then
So
also giving back to them, by being there for the consumers and offering, your time. And really, it's going to be a fabulous time. I believe on the VIP night, Friday night, they're having a special dinner. It's going to allow a more intimate, I believe,
yes.
time that you can spend with the manufacturers, with these boutique creators, and just a lot of, obviously there's going to be a new bourbon barrel release, single barrel release, which that's going to be a lot of fun. So
I'm thinking a few folks might be in line for that one.
yeah, there's only 250, but there's only 200 bottles. Usually there's a little more out of a single barrel, but somebody must be getting a few that we don't know about. So
Who knows?
all I'm saying is, you guys, there's 1,200 people expected here. So I am thinking that if you want one of these bottles, you better get the VIP ticket, because they're probably all going to be gone.
I wouldn't doubt it, and I will also tell a lot of your audience that if you are interested in attending, I know that the hotel that was reserved for the vendors, that's already been booked up.
Mm-hmm.
But there are several other hotels right there in the area that are very, very local, very quick to help out, and they're looking forward to seeing this event come about. There's even a local shop right there in Martinsville that I'm personally looking forward to going seeing, because one of the things I love about what I get to do with this is it gives me an excuse to go and see new shops.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great excuse to say, "Hey, look, I get to go sit down with somebody and just talk about cigars and have a fun time."
Right? Absolutely. So I'll go with you there. So that, take me with you. I'll take that
Deal.
opportunity.
Deal.
So you guys, listen, if you want to get your tickets right now, is definitely the time to get in, because they will be all gone eventually. So go to the website, it's www.boutiquecigarfestival.com. If you are looking for a hotel, this Martinsville, Indiana is surrounded by Bloomington, Indiana, and also Indianapolis. It's not too far from there as well. So just Google hotels around the area. And then also check out the VIP package. The VIP package is $200, but you're going to get Friday night is going to be a special dinner. There's going to be hors d'oeuvres, drinks, and the bourbon barrel release. And then also we're going to have cigars for you as well. So you're definitely going to get your value just by spending it.
Absolutely.
It is August 12th. There's Boutique Cigar Festival right now. You guys can follow them, and you can also follow WD Wade. If you just hit this drop down box, the drop down arrow button, you can see exactly his username, and then hit the follow button. And also, if you're not following me, hit that follow button as well. So definitely go check out the website. You'll find out all your information. If you have any questions at all, you can reach out to Boutique Cigar Festival. It's on Instagram. They also have contacts inside of the website as well. So don't worry if you have any questions. Get it done.
Yeah. One other final note, though, is I don't think we've mentioned it, but the venue we're going to be at, it's not just
It's gorgeous.
A wonderful place to be. They have their own brewery, they have their own wine cellar, they have their own restaurant, all right there on the grounds.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you're hitting a trifecta there. It's not like you got to walk 5 blocks to go anywhere. Everything's right there on the spot.
Exactly. And they're also, I love how the property looks, because there's going to be a lot of bonfires. There's going to be a lot of just relaxing, smoking cigars, and enjoying good conversation, because we all have
Absolutely
some great information to share, and a lot of interesting people are going to be there. So this is definitely something.
Yeah, and Gabby Cappy has promised that he's bringing out the good stuff on the coffee front.
Ooh. So he's gonna be waking us all up. Okay, got it. I'm gonna hold him to that.
There you go.
I'm gonna be like, all right, you kept us up late. Now it's time to wake us up.
Exactly. He's already threatened to be out in the parking lot at 2 a.m. So
because he wants to get us home safe. That's it. Michael Herclotz, what's up?
Probably.
That's funny. Well, you guys, thank you so much, WD Wade. I really appreciate your time on here, and I can't wait to meet you in person at the Boutique Cigar Festival. So we're going to...
My pleasure.
If there's anything that you'd like to leave, your final thoughts or information for the consumers, go ahead and let's hear it.
Two last things. One, you need to come by, because I'll have something for you while you're there. And feel free to swing by our website if you'd like, and you can see all of our products listing. You can get better ideas of our photography and some of our products. If you've got any questions, do not hesitate to holler at me on the email address listed there. The website is www.thenubber.com. So really look forward to seeing everybody out there. Hope everybody gets a chance to share the news so we can get as many people out there at the festival as possible.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And you guys stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. I'm about to change the guest, but we really appreciate this. And check out the boutiquecigarfestival.com. And Wade, we'll
be blessed, everyone.
Yep, we'll see you soon. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.